But it couldn't handle your shit. I can tell it wasn't gonna work. She gon' spend it all on the purse. Her hair and toes done too. What has he done for you? I might just blow it all on you. I'm the one you call on to. Fall back and fall on you.
Okay, so we gonna get right into it. So right now I'm just washing the potatoes. Okay, now once I'm done washing the potatoes, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap the potatoes in aluminum foil. It cooks faster that way. Alright, so that's how it should look once you're done wrapping your potatoes. And I went ahead and poked holes in it off camera. And while you're doing this, you should have your oven preheated on 400 degrees. And you go cook them for about 2 hours, unless you got smaller potatoes. So these are the meats I'm going to be using to stuff the baked potato with. There's chicken, steak, and the shrimp. Alright, so I went ahead and just put the steak in a pan, and I'm finna start seasoning with my favorite seasonings. It looked like a lot of seasoning, but trust me, it's really not. And then again, if you say something about too much seasoning, I wonder what your food tastes like. So I'm just mixing it up with my hands. That way you can rub the seasoning into the meat as well, getting it all over. So I'm putting vegetable oil into the grease, and I'm letting it get hot with some minced garlic, rubbing it all around. And at this part, I was just trying to be cute with it, put one by one, but I just threw it all in the pan. So you're gonna let this cook on high heat, medium high heat, and it should start looking like this. Then you'll start flipping them. So once they get this color brown, you gonna go ahead and take them off and put them in a bowl or another pan and sit them to the side while you do the other. Yeah, that looks so good. Okay, so I'm just putting it to the side. So now we finna do the chicken. So I'm finna go ahead and stack the tenders together so it'll be easy for me to slice them. And then you're just gonna slice them across so you can get smaller pieces. And now I'm using the same seasonings I use for my steak. All the seasonings I use go good with everything. Like, you can use the same seasonings for anything. Alright, and again, you gotta rub them together, because that's the best way. Now I'm gonna use the same pan I use for my steak. Alright, now once they start looking like that, you can flip them. And about like 10-15 minutes, they ready. So I'm gonna set these to the side as well, so we can start on the shrimp. And look, I'm just too clumsy. I need a tripod, y'all. I got one hand doing all the other stuff while I'm holding the phone. Multitasking. So this is the shrimp. I got it already deveined. So I just gotta pull off the shrimp shell. And right now, again, I'm using one hand while I'm holding the phone. So, yeah. But there you go. So it should be coming off like that. And I'm gonna just do the rest of the shrimp like that. So now that I took all the shells off the shrimp, I'm finna go ahead and season them. I added a different seasoning to this one, the Miss Dash, but I used the other seasonings just like I used the chicken and the steak. And with the seasoning, I'm eyeballing. I don't know how much I use. So just taste as you go. And when I'm done seasoning, I'm just gonna use my hand and rub it all together. And I'm gonna use the same pan with some vegetable oil and put them in there. Alright, so I'm starting to flip them. You'll know it's time to flip when it's getting real pink at the top. So they about done now, so I'm gonna take them out and put them in a bowl. Alright, now these are the baked potatoes I took out the oven after 2 hours. Now here's the fun part. Now we can build the potato. Alright, so if your potatoes ain't steaming like this, put them back in the oven or put them in the microwave or something, make them hot, because you have to have your potato hot so everything can melt. So I'm just putting some butter on a potato. And some garlic salt. You can use regular salt. I don't like regular salt. It don't really, garlic salt better. It's more taste and flavor. And I'm putting black pepper on there. Then I mixed it together. Now I'm adding cheese. And this is the Velveeta shredded cheese. It's gonna melt, so don't worry about it melting. Everything is hot, so the cheese gonna melt. Now I'm adding the steak. And yeah, I'm not stingy with my meat. And it's the chicken I'm adding. Now the shrimp. Okay, now after I put all the meats on top, I'm gonna go ahead and grab the nacho cheese. I usually make my own, but today I just went ahead and got another cheese that I like. Ooh, that looks so good. You can't tell me that don't look good. So now I'm adding real bacon pieces. This is the bacon that I cooked in the skillet. We don't use fake bacon over here. This is real bacon. And I just crumbled it up. And I'm gonna go ahead and add some sour cream. Because what's a baked potato without sour cream? And these are some chives. Look at that. Oh my God. Y'all gonna love this. Thank me later. Look at that.
Fall back and fall on line with you. Shawty ain't scared. Shawty ain't scared.